Hello everyone, and today I got my special edition camo suit because today we're going to be reviewing some camouflage equipment, and of course I got my desert camouflage trademark sunglasses. Okay, it's on. The show is on, so make sure you subscribe to the Geek Tech Show for your daily entertainment. Now, today's video we're going to be reviewing the Trophy Cam HD E3 boost shell 16 megapixel trail camera. This camera is yours for the cheapest possible price. It is going to be available, the link right down below. This is how I get paid, from Amazon.com, my favorite site to shop. Let's open this up, and you're going to be seeing later on unboxing review of this thing, this camera. Get the plastic here. Flash from the factory, brand new I said, and it doesn't want to get out. Okay, so here it is. This is what you're going to be getting. Look how tiny and small this is compared to me, compared to my face, that is. So examining this one-on-one and seeing this, it is as small as the palm of your hand. It opens up right here. When you open this up, it fits 8 AA batteries, which are not included. I posted those in when you were not watching. Now, another thing about this, it unfortunately doesn't even come with the SD camera, and in the inside, this is where you turn it on and off. This is a good or a bad thing. It's good because it's going to keep this waterproof. It's bad because you have to open it every single time for you to switch the different kind of features on the inside. So what we're going to be doing is doing unboxing therapy. Well, I'm gonna go open this up and check out the Trophy Cam HD. Then I'm gonna get some bait and try to get some wild animals featured with this camera. And you're going to be seeing what kind of images this camera is going to give you, and if you should or you shouldn't purchase this for yourself. Honest review for an excellent product. Well, we don't know yet, but we're going to be seeing very soon. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Welcome to another unboxing therapy session of the Boost Shell 60mm camera trail. This is the Trophy Camera HD E3 Low Glow infrared LEDs. 0.3 of a second, trigger speed, and of course you can read all those specs at your own free will. And I got this from LL Bean. Features: 80 feet field scan, 100 feet night vision flash, 1 second recovery rate. This is the pictures. This is how the box actually looks like. So in case you want to know how it looks like before you actually buy it, this is the reason you're watching this show. Probably for no other reason than that. Let's open this up and see how this thing opens. Unboxing therapy, here we go. There we go. Probably want to see how it unboxes so you can tell if you should be getting the same exact thing or not. And of course you want to see how it looks in your hands as well. You can't see that on the websites. Okay, got it out. Nothing else is inside. I like the orange-like package. There's actually orange-like vehicles too coming out right now. I'm not too much of a fan of those cars. Still inside of a box. Box in a box. So what you get here? You get this strap that you can strap this to a tree. I usually don't use those anyways, so this is useless. Open this part up, and you get to the interior where you can actually see what you're buying. Plus, 1 page of instruction. That's a volunteer tree. in a few pages of instruction manual. It actually has an instruction manual that doesn't look really sophisticated. In fact, you're better off just figuring this same thing on your own than trying to read this very not so friendly manual. It looks like somebody really didn't do a great job with the manual. That said, this thing is miniature. It is so small, and I didn't expect this to have, I mean, I read that it's going to have so many batteries, but still, something this small, why should it have so many batteries? So let's go ahead and do a quick setup of the Trophy Cam HD camera. One thing you have to understand is that it doesn't come with any batteries or memory cards. You have to supply this yourself. The latch system itself right here is very simple and easy to use. You press this all the way up to the top, then you press it down and it latches on itself. To open it up, you do the other opposite. Move this up and then move this the other way around and it's going to open up. There's also a location to put this in some kind of a camera mount right here and right on the bottom. If this is actually shining and turns on and off, it means it's on. If nothing goes in and out, it means that this is not working. Once you're inside, you have to put the AA batteries right in. This is sold separately and you have to buy your own. Just make sure it is aligned correctly. The pluses with the pluses and the minus with the minus, like right here. It says minus, plus, and so on. Or of course, this part has to be right on this. When you move this around, you're going to be seeing some of those batteries have the plus and minus showing right on it. Such as Duracell. This one has the plus right here. And when you look on the bottom, it might actually say the minus. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So make sure you use the correct battery. You can use any brand you actually want. Make sure it is aligned correctly. The minus with the minus and the plus is going to be added to another one right here, just like that, in case you didn't know about. You don't have to use brand new batteries. In fact, you can use old ones and it's still going to work totally fine. Another way for you to get extra juice out of them is to rub them like this. Even put them in the refrigerator, works magic as well. You might be able to squeeze even more out of used batteries. That's all I actually use right now for this. You don't really need to buy new batteries to make this work. Even ones that are almost depleted are going to work fine and wonders if you use the camera session, not the video. So all of those are pretty much used batteries. Putting them all the way inside. And make sure they're aligned the correct way, otherwise this is not going to even turn on. Once they're inside, you want to get them out, make sure you use a key, otherwise it's very hard for you to get them out of here, just like that. If it doesn't come out, like here it will, you can go ahead and do this on the bottom instead. Okay, so once you got this all inside, it is time for us to do the rest of it, which is initialize the memory card, which is not included. So get a memory card. Right, let's zoom in so you can see how you do this. Make sure you turn this to the off position. Put the memory card inside. Press it in. When you hear the sound, the click, it is on. Now we're going to press one up where it says setup and then press on OK, and it's going to turn on right here. Next step for you to do is to press on menu and just move the buttons around on this button right here until it's going to get to the location where it's going to say the following: format, execute. Press on OK and then say format yes or no. If you don't have anything on this and you're just using it the first time, make sure you move this button right here where it says yes and press on OK. And then it's going to go, and then it's going to move back to execute, and that means it actually went about and erased all the content on this. So you're starting brand new. Press on menu once again, and over here you can see there is two batteries and you can have up to 3, which means it's super full. This is not full all the way. Other things here, it says the memory card is inside. This is 720p video. It also says the audio is on, and it is in the video mode. If you don't like it in the video mode, you can move this around as well, and you can see how many pictures it actually did. So here you press on the camera, you see there is 0 pictures done right now. There is room for 30,000 pictures. Press on video, you're going to be seeing that there is 2 hours of footage and 50 minutes inside here. And next thing you're going to be doing is pressing on menu, and now we're going to be pressing on this, which is going to be going through all the different functions. And you can change the resolution, you can keep changing the clock, set it, and this is important, set mode, which is video. I'll press once again, it is on camera mode. I want it to be on the video mode, and press on OK. You can keep on cycling through the different modes here, and one of the important ones is the video size, and you can change that as well, making small size so it takes less memory and it's going to function all night long. If you're going to be using the bigger size with video, it might actually turn off much faster, so just keep this in mind. Press on OK when you're done cycling everything and changing it to the correct mode. Menu. Next thing you want to do is to move this right here all the way to the on button when you're done with everything else. So it is in the video mode right now. I pressed it to all the way where it says on. Now next thing I want to do is just to close it up. And once you close it up, make sure this goes all the way in. And you want to see that this light is actually blinking. If it's not actually blinking, it means maybe something was done wrong. So what you have to do is to open it up once again, move it up to all the way where it says on, press on OK. And now you can see this right here, it is turning on and off, which means it is now actually functioning officially. So we can now use it to get some nice interesting footage of wildlife and anything else you want in your house or even outside of it. Let's get ready and get some really interesting footage next. Especially if you're going to be using used ones. For example, what I found out is I had 2 used batteries inside here. Well, I had a lot of used ones, but 2 of them were almost dead. And because 2 of them were almost dead, this is actually showing here how bad they are. One of them was nearly right here, and the other one is right there, which is like 40% and 20. Because one of them was 20%, it meant that the juice was nearly out of it, and it wouldn't be functioning correctly. Footage. What kind of footage should you be expecting with a night vision camera? Plus morning as well, so it can do actually both, but at night it is the most important. So here are some pictures of a mouse trap right here, and you can definitely see a mouse hidden right inside here, and if you zoom in you can see it right there, how it looks like with the quality of this megapixel camera. Now the picture itself looks pretty good. Unfortunately it does have the logo on the side, and that's one thing that you have to remove in case you want to use it for something else. Here is a second picture, and if you zoom in on the right hand side you can see the mouse trying to go very close to the mouse trap right here. Here it is. So the pictures are not so great, especially if you zoom in, but from farther away it does look good, especially for night footage. Let's keep reviewing night footage as well here. This is outside night footage, and you can see some big beast. I don't know what this even is. I think it's a possum on the camera. Here's another picture of him eating. And one thing I want to tell you about is that it gives you only 10 seconds of a video, sometimes even less. So this is unfortunate, especially when you're trying to capture something and it just shoots a few images forward. So just 10 seconds, sometimes way less than 10 seconds would be how much it does it. So you can only capture a little bit at a time. A lot of times you get less than a second, sometimes you get 10 seconds, sometimes you get more, depending on the footage. Right here it got me 10 seconds of especially nothing. This is absolutely nothing that it captured within 10 seconds. I think the wind was maybe moving something, but other than that, I don't see any footage. But this is pretty disappointing, especially given the fact we have something right here and it is refusing to take any more than a few seconds of this footage, which could have been pretty good. So this is how it looks like when something comes up pretty close at night. Unfortunately, I don't get any more seconds than that, just because maybe I set it on the wrong feature, but that's how what I'm getting. This looks like a T-Rex's tail or something. Now, if you keep on looking, you will see more footage right here. This is in the pre-morning. You can see the squirrel on the side right here. And this is getting very close to the actual morning. And in the morning, there was nothing really interesting except this footage right here. So this was like the finale where the squirrel actually jumped on this camera. Now let's take a look at this again. So it didn't capture it when it just came in. It captured here and then it jumped and attacked my camera, and all my footage was gone for the rest of the day. So all the squirrel footage is no longer there because the footage was attacked by the squirrel. Well, it wasn't really attacked, but it just jumped on the camera, so it wasn't showing up. So here is the same thing again, just for you to see how it looks like at night footage. And here is more footage right here, and so on. So I got 3 different beasts with this camera. I got a squirrel, I got an opossum, although I think this isn't an opossum, this could be something else. And I got a mouse. So this is all that I got with a few days experimenting with this camera. And you have to think about, is this really worth the money to actually buy this? The daytime footage is actually why most of you guys are probably going to get it, and the footage itself looks pretty good for the daytime. The only problem, like I said before, is the most it captures is only 10-second blocks at a time, and I didn't see any other feature to get this a little longer. And even when it does capture a few seconds of it, it sometimes doesn't go through the whole 10 seconds. So this is one of the features I was really hoping this camera would actually do, and it doesn't actually do it. That said, it is a very good camera to figure out what kind of animals or creatures are roaming around your area. When it comes to pictures, I think it's a little bit better when it comes to pictures. I might actually just set it up at night and just try to capture just pictures instead, because it's the same thing with the video. Instead of video itself, it only captures very few seconds of it. So this sums up this camera and all the footage for you.